Well, you see this one, the next question. See, we are in two ratios, one data constant. In this one, I am dealing all the level 1 means the concept, basic concept. Level 2 is regarding your practice and previous questions. Right? These questions came as a previous question, or else there might be little bit difficulty level is a little bit more. Right? Okay, let us start this one. A person's present age is 2/5 of the age of his mother. After 8 years, he will be 1/2 of the age of his mother. How old is the mother at present? So here, the mother and son are compared, but we got the new one is this one, 2/5. But we have done that one already, is it not? Okay, and he said here it is 1/2. Right? So the ratios are not given directly, they are indirectly given, and we have to convert and give the answer. Right? So let us start. Here, the first one is a person's present age, that is present age, let us take that one, present. Present is how much? It is 2/5 of the age of his mother. So the person and the mother. Okay, let us take here person and mother. Okay. Now, person is 2/5 of mother means ratio becomes how much? So 2/5 means numerator should be given to the first person. That is 2:5. We have done this one already, right? The way how to convert the 2/5. That is just numerator given to the first person. Whoever in the there is subject, right? So after 8 years, he will be after 8 years, he will be how much? 1/2 of the age of his mother. So 1/2 means again. So 1/2 means half. It is not 1.5. It is not said it is 1.5. If it is 1.5, you can say 1/2. But how son will be 1/2? That is more than his mother, right? So it is wrong. So it is 1/2 means half only. So what is the ratio then? It is 1:2. Fine. Very good. Then coming to how old is the mother at present? The present mother is this part we need. Okay. So just I round it up. Okay. Then we start our solution. Here, nothing problem with this one. This is after 8 years. We are not bothering about this one. Just see here how to balance that one. Difference is how many parts here? 1 part. Here, difference 3 parts. So definitely this is multiplied with the 3. Now, I won't write all the things there. Straight away I'll cancel here. Right? I'll use only this format now. So straight away cancel. How many times it goes? 3 times. 3 ones, 3. 3 twos, 6. Over. 3 ones, 3. That is. So the new ratio is this one. Now see this one. 2 plus how much is 3? 1. Right? So it is 1 part. And here also, no need to worry about these differences. Right? So, but minimum sometimes you get 2 parts also. So, okay, let it be. This is here 1 part only. Okay. So, but actually how many years we have to add? Actual years are 8 years. So, we have to add 8 years. Means 1 part of the ratio is equal to 1 part of the ratio. 1 part of the ratio is equal to how many years? 8 years. So, 1 part of ratio is equal to 8 years. Then what we need? Present mother. Present mother is how many parts? So present mother is 5 parts. So it is 5 parts. We need directly 1 into 8. 5 into 8 is 40 years. So it is 40 years. Understood? So what we learn in this question is the terminologies. Sometimes they won't give in ratios directly, indirectly they will be given. Right? Okay. But be sure about this 2/5 everything, right? Okay, we'll do this one in the next questions also. Let us do that once. So your answer is what? 40. So this is option C. When I'm starting the question, you pause the video, you try, then listen the explanation, right? Okay. Next one. Yeah. The age of father 10 years ago was thrice the age of his son. The age of father 10 years ago was thrice the age of his son. Fine. Just by seeing only, just by, okay. 10 years hence, 10 years afterwards, the father's age will be twice that of his son. It is twice. Okay. The ratio of the present ages is, what is this one now? The new model. The new model is they are asking not the ages, present ages, 10 years after ages. They are asking directly the ratio. The ratio of the present ages. So this is another model. This is another model in 2:1 data concept. Right? Okay. Okay, let us see that we got the options 5:2, 7:3, 9:2, 13:4, right? Okay. So I'm trying to do this one. Just listen. The age of father and son. So two members are there. That is father and son are there. The age of father 10 years ago. The ratio that is 10 years back. It is thrice the age of his son. So thrice means it is thrice. THRICE means thrice means 3 times, right? So it is the ratio. You can write it as 3:1. 3:1. Now 10 years hence. 10 years hence means 10 years afterwards. 10 years afterwards. It will be how much? It will be there will be twice TW. So it is so 2:1. Twice of son's age. Okay. The ratio of the present age is, we don't need the exact ages, we need ratio. Okay. First of all, you see, this is 10 years back and this is 10 years after. Where will be present? Where will be present? Present should be in the middle, is it not? Present should be in the exactly middle. Okay. So our present should be in the middle. 10 years back means from where 10 years back? 10 years back means it is from present 10 years ago. If I am saying that is 10 years hence, 10 years hence means what? From present 10 years afterwards. From present 10 years afterwards. Understood? So here it is 10 years, here it is 10 years. So these two ratios differ by how many years? They differ by 10 plus 10, that is 20 years, right? So this is a 20 years gap is there between these two ratios. Okay. Okay. Now the case is, what we need now? Present ratio. Okay. Let it be, we can find out, you see, present ages, how to find out present ages, not present ratio, present ages. Present ages can be calculated just finding their ages previously 10 years ago, then add plus 10 for both of them. Okay, or else from here you can find out the ages after 10 years for both of them, then remove 10 from both of them, right? Then you will get the present ages. Then you will find out the ratio. Understood? First of all, I will try with this one. Later on, I will go with the shortcut. I think you understood the shortcut directly. No need to go with the general direct shortcut. Let us see. First of all, balancing. So difference here 1 part, here 2 parts. So I can make the 2 into this entire ratio. 2 2s are 4 and 2 1s are 2 over. So it is 3 3:1 and 4:2. Are they not balanced here? Are they not balanced here? There is 1 part here. Here it is also 1 part. Wow. Wow. You got that one. But how can you make this one? It is our present ages are just in between. Right? Don't take much risk. directly one part is 20 years, follow the general rule only, right? Later on I will discuss that one. First you try this one, 3:1. That means one part equal to 20 years. One part we got the ratio that is 20 years, then directly father will go with the 10 years back, okay? Right, 10 years back, father is how much? 3 parts. And son is how many parts? It is 1 part. So I can make 1 into 20, 3 into 20, 60, and 1 into 20 is 20. These are years, 10 years back for both of them. Okay. So I have to remove, I have to add. I have to add to get present, is it not? So I will add for both of them here, 10, here also 10. So what happens? So your father is now, the percentage of father and son is 60 plus 10, that is 70, and 20 plus 10, 30. So what is the ratio then? What is the ratio? The ratio is 7:3. 7:3. What is this? Huh? So again became complicated. I think X method is better. Do you think like that? No, don't think like that. Right? I will go with the simple shortcut now. Right? See, everything, all these things, whatever the case are there, that is, all these things we have done, no problem. But once we learn the concept of balancing technique, we can upgrade it now. We can upgrade. Okay, how it is? You see, I said previously, 10 years back and 10 years after, for both of them, our present will be in the middle means, even for ratio parts, that data should be in the middle only. Right? So logically it should be middle. But what happens here, you see this one, here 3 and 4, here 3:1, this is 4:2. Middle, what is the middle? What is the middle of 3 and 4? I can say average, go for average. 10 and this 10, average is 0, that is middle. Just like go with the average, middle will get middle. 3 and 4, what is the middle? Average. It is 3.5. 3 plus 4 by 2. How much? 7 by 2. It is simply there is 3.5 now. Between 3 and 4, exactly in the scale also you get 3.5. Okay? Nothing problem with this one. 3.5. In the same way, 1 and 2, what is the middle one? Middle number. It is 1.5. Over. Your ratio, present ratio, that is of father and son is 3.5 is to 1.5. But it is not there here. So we'll do that one the general way. So I'll remove this one everything now. Right? We don't need all these things now. Right? So we are now mastering the technique. We are mastering the technique, that is 3.5 is to 1.5 is the father and son's ratio. But since decimals are there, just remove the decimals. Say that is 35 is to 15. Nothing but, it is 5 3s, 5 7s. So it is a ratio 7 is to 3. 7 is to 3. See, what is the answer? Where is the option? That is the option. We got the same thing. Why I have done the previous one? To confirm whether you are right or wrong. Right? We have done that one. Previously we confirmed 7 is to 3. Same 7 is to 3 we got just by taking the average. Why I have taken average? Average why I have taken? Average is taken because 10 years back and 10 years after. So your present data should be in the middle. Middle is nothing but average. Middle is nothing but average. Clear? Right. So very good question. So it is actually, we can say this one as also L2 question. L2 question means different level, one step upgradation, right? Okay. Coming to the next one, L3. So don't bother about whether it is L2 or L3. Once we learn the concepts, once we got the concept, systematically you are improving your knowledge now. And now, in the previous question, we have balanced that one, is it not? So one step ahead of the basics, right? Now, see this. The ratio of the ages of a man and his wife is 4:3. Fine. After 4 years, this ratio will be 9:7. Okay. So what? If at the time of marriage something happened, what happened? If at the time of marriage the ratio was 5:3, okay, that is also ratio given. Then how many years ago were they married? Their marriage, how many years ago they married? That is, it is their problem. It's not our problem, no? Right? Okay, then let us see how it is. See, first of all, I think each and every case here, it is a ratios are given here. Oh, 3 ratios are given. First of all, we will make that one. Then you will switch out to how many years ago that is. That means previous question. This is another model, no? Why? Because previous question they have asked ratio. That is in between ratio. Now it is the ratio is given after how many years it was happened. Right? This is another model. Okay. So whatever I am discussing, all are different models now. Okay, let us see. The ratio of the age of a man and his wife. Okay, that is man and wife. The present. So be cautious that. We'll write chronological order. That is which one? That is first of all it is given that it is given that definitely we have to go with the marriage age first. Marriage age, that is. So first we will do the marriage age. After that one, we will go with the present age. Okay. After that one, we will go with the that is after 4 years, right? So this is a chronological order. We have to write this one in chronological order. Okay. Now let's start the marriage ratio. What is marriage means? What do you mean marriage ratio? That is the ratio of the wife and husband at the time of marriage. How much it is? It is, see this one. At the time of marriage, it is 5:3. Fine. It is 5:3. Then after 4 years, that is present is also given. Present ratio is also given. How much it is? It is 4:3. It is 4:3. Then after 4 years, it will be how much? After 4 years, it will be 9:7. 9:7. Then what they are saying, this marriage age is how many years back? How? All the 3 ratios are given. But we know if 2 ratios are given and after 4 years it is given, this is present, that is marriage, we don't know when it happened. But here, present after 4 years, definitely we got 2 ratio, 1 date of concept. Is it not? 2 ratio, 1 date of concept. This is the same concept. So it is an extension now. Fine, no problem. So let us see this one. First of all, how many years this one between these 2 years? 4 years. 4 years. I am coming down. Okay, down it is 4 years. So we have to balance here. Let us see how to balance this one. 4:3, 9:7. This is two parts difference. Here it is 1 part. So definitely we can make I will write here that is ready. Okay. See this one. 4:3. Now it is since it is 2 parts. Okay. I will multiply this ratio with 2. 4 to 8. 4 to 8 is to 3 to 6. Okay. Fine. Now observe. Okay. That means here you observe this one. 8 to 9. That is 1 part. And 6 to 7, that is 1 part. Or our job is done. 1 part is how many years? 1 part is 4 years. Right? Okay. The ratio is 1 part. Ratio 1 part is equivalent to 4 years. If that is the case, then how many years back it has happened? This is what they are asking. Now, to find that one also, we have to balance first. Is it? We have to balance first. Okay. So I will make this one on top. One part of the ratio is 4 years. When it is balanced, the condition is always this condition valid only when the 2 ratios are balanced. Fine. Okay, now I am observing these two. I write here that is 5:3 separately so that it will be 8:6. Okay, 8:6. So they are asking how many is back. This ratio is how many is back. This is what? Present. This is present. This is present. This is how many is back. They are asking. How many is back, man? How many is? See, just observe difference two parts. Here also two parts. Balance. Already balanced this. Is it not? So, this is how many is back. How many parts back? This is three parts back. Three parts. Is it? This one also three parts. Over. Means what? One part equal to 4 years. Three parts equal to 3 parts equal to that is 12 years. One part 4 years. Three parts. Which three parts? These three parts. These 12 years. So 12 years back, they have married. So marriage happened 12 years back. Understood? So see how logically we are doing all these things. Don't you feel a new pattern and a new style of thinking, right? Oh, definitely you think like this, definitely happens, right? So this is the way you have to do the ratio proportion, using ratio proportion in AS. This won't happen in exact theory. In theory, ratio proportion, it won't. We can't do these many gimmicks, right? Though it is gimmick, it is true actually. It is real. We are going with this one with a true logics, right? Okay. Let us go to the next one. Hitesh is 40 years old and Roni is 60 years old. How many years ago was the ratio of their ages 3:5? Again, same time, right? I can say that model and this model both are similar almost. Okay, so this one, how many years ago the ratio of that is 3:5? In that one, separate model, separate type I can say. Okay. Okay, here Hitesh, two persons are there. You try that one later. See the explanation. Hitesh and Roni. Hitesh and Roni. There is Hitesh is 40 years, is 60. How many years ago was the ratio of the ages? 3:5. So it is not say it is not actually exact ages given, only one ratio is given, definitely you can find out, but the problem is how to make this one into a balanced thing, that is, right? Let us see. Here, how many years ago was the ratio, that is, but 40 and 60 are present, these are present. Okay, I will write this one little bit down because I need previous one now. So 40 and 60, I will write here 40 and 60. But the ratio of the area some X years back, it is how much it is? It was 3:5. 3:5. You see, here it is 40 and 60. If you write the same thing here, 40:60. 40:60. Just okay. Two parts difference. I need to get two parts here also. Is it? Okay. But 40 and 60, how to, this difference is 20. Difference is 20. There it is 2. 220, 220. 2 ones, 2 tens. That means this will be definitely, difference is, we have to, you can divide this one by 10 or we can multiply this one by 10. Understood? So here we can say, you see, difference is, again I am discussing this one. Yeah. We have to balance definitely that one and this one because same persons, their difference of ages should be same. But here it is 40, 60, difference is how much? 20. But here it is how many difference? 2. So 2, I'll divide this one because common factors are there, 10. This 10 I will multiply this one. Okay. That is, so it is, this is multiplied with 10. How much 10? This is how much? This is 30 and this is 50 over. That means, what do you mean by that one? Now I change the ratio into ages. We change the ratio into ages. Why? Because 40 and 60 are exact ages. 40 and 60 are original ages, right? So they are originally they are ages. 40 years and 60 years, same I kept as a ratio. Now 30 and 50 also I will keep as a ages only. So the marriage ages are 30 years and 50 years. When it happened, see this one, when it happened 10 years ago. It happened 10 years ago. Clear? Right? So this way, you see, we are playing with ratios. I said in the first discussion, no, we can play with ratios, no? This is the case. See how it is. But people will do this one by taking options. That is also there. But if you know, I said options are last resort. Option should be the last resort because you have to try 1, 2, 3 to get the fourth one. Right? If you are lucky enough, okay, maybe the second option you will get. But why we should be lucky? Our hard work is there, our brain, we have the logics, we can do it in a fraction of a second. So while explaining, I will take this much. Once you practice, try the same questions in your general way, definitely you will try all these things within a fraction of a second. That is, within 5 to 8 seconds you will get the answers. Understood? Right. See, I will try with the options also. Just see this one. Because some people will go in this method also, but I insist on this one only. But here, how we have to go with the options, right? So let us see. Hitesh and Roni, they are 40 and 60, right? Okay, but how many years back means, suppose it is 5 years back for both of them. If it is 5 years, suppose if your answer is 5 years, right? I am selecting this one, okay? If it is 5 years, then before 5 years it should be, what should be their ages? 3:5. So I will remove this one, 5 and 5, right? 40 minus 5, 35. 60 minus 5, 55. 35 is to 55. So 5 sevens, 5 11s. So ratio should be 7:11. But what should our ratio, our confirming ratio is? It should be 3:5. Hence, this is wrong. Right? Okay. Now go with the second that is, okay, we know that it is B. Okay, let it go to, since some, let us think that is, we are not that much lucky enough. That's why I'll try with 20 now. Fastly, right? So there is 40 and 60, then 20 minus, okay. Then it is 20, it is 40. So that is how much it is? It is 1:2. So this is also wrong. Okay. 37 years can't be because, right? Minimum common sense. This is a prime number, right? We can't go with this one, right? Okay. 37 means if you remove 3, okay, for that one more. So that can't be. So your answer may be 10. Okay, let us go with 10 also. Now, let us try with 10 also. Here, okay, that is. Here, you see, there is 40 and 60. It is minus 10, minus 10. Okay, that is here. 40 minus 30 is 30. This is 60 minus 30 is 50. So 30 is to 50 means that is 3:5. Simple, no? But if the question will be, I am not framing the question, but since suppose it is 40 and 60, 18 years ago, if that is the case, we can't judge the answer just by taking options faster. Right? Since it is 10, okay, fine. But if here It is 22. It is 42. So it becomes 11:21. See how critical ratios are. If you try like this, if you get the process like this, definitely our method will be perfectly suited. Perfectly suited to this. Right? Okay. Next. 10 years ago, A was half of B in age. Okay. The ratio of the present ages is 3:4. What will be the total of the ages? The present ages. What will be the total of the present ages? So here, what I can try 10 years ago, that means nothing problem with this ratio. We need to go with the total of the present ages. That is sum of their ages. Right. Okay. So let us start. See, by default, once you see question or once I dictate the question, you pause the video, you try. Later on, see the explanation. Right? 10 years ago, A and B, why? It is how much? 10 years ago, it is A was half. A was half means so it is ratio is 1:2. A was half. Okay. So if the ratio of the present ages is 3:4, 3:4 present. Okay. What is this one? Then total sum of the ages. Do you see this one? Just by seeing you can see the answer. There is difference here, one part. This is here, one part. No. So go directly. There is how many? How many years? That is difference is 10 years and here also 10 years. So directly, what is that? That is what we have to find out. That is total of the present ages. Total of the present ages. Present sum. That is present sum is how many parts? Balance already. This balance present sum is 3 plus 4. 3 plus 4. How many? 7 parts. 7 parts is an answer. But one part is how much? Wow. It is not one part 10 years. What is that one? One. It is not one part. So you must have got it is 7. Somebody must have tried that is directly it is 10 means that is 70 years. Oh, right? Be cautious. What is that one? It is so little bit fast. Here difference is both are one. But these parts, see these parts. There is 2 plus how much is 4? 2 parts. 2 parts. And here also 2 parts. That means 2 parts equal to 10 years. Okay. So now what we can say that is it is 2 parts is 10 years. If 2 parts is 10 years, then 3 plus 4 is 7 parts is how much? 2 parts 10 years. 2 into 5 is 10. 7 into 5 is 35. So we got a lesson now. What is the one? So here, just by saying that the difference is 1 part means it doesn't mean that these ratio difference, respect to difference is it is also 1 part. It is not like that. It is, it may be 2, it may be 3 also. Understood? So be cautious about this one. Clear? Next one. Father is aged. A beautiful person. It's a beautiful person, and we are going another mode. That is another point we are going to learn now, right? In this discussion. In the previous questions, I made one submission, or it's just first of all, let us see this one, then we'll discuss. Okay. Father is aged 3 times more than his son Rohit. So father and Rohit are there. After 8 years, he would be 2.5 times of Rohit age. Wow. After further 8 years, another 8 years, how many times would be the of Rohit age? It is something like we have done one question. Almost 2 models we have done. 2 models. Same concept, we have done 2 models. What is that one? 2 brothers, A, B, right? So after 4 years, what would they be like that? And the previous, just 2 questions back we have done. Okay. But see this one. My concentration in this question, my interest in this question is where lies. Just see. Father is aged 3 times more than his son. Father, son, both are there. Right? Okay. Father is aged how? He 3 times more than his son. That means what is the ratio? It is 3:1. 3:1. Is it 3:1? Did they say that it is 3 times of his son? Father is either 3 times of his son means it is 3:1. But it is said 3 times more. It is 3 times more means what? It should be already 1 is there, and it is, if it is not there, it is 3:1. Fine. 3 times more means extra 1, that is. So it is 4. Totally it is 4. Understood? So here, not understood. Definitely you didn't understood. Okay. Here, when a person is comparing with other person, father and son, 3 times more than his son. Father is compared with whom? With whom? With the son. So, in ratios, whenever comparison is there, the compared person is taken as 1 in the ratio. Okay? So, father is 3 times more. So, already son is 1, he is 3 more, means 1 plus 3. Right? So, 1 plus 3, that is 4. If it is said it is 3 times of his son, so definitely it is 3:1. Clear? Right. Okay. Now, after 8 years, first of all, 4:1 is the present. Okay? Right. Okay. And after 8 years, he would be 2.5 times more. No, it's not more. Is it more? No. It is just 2.5 times. Let us try this one here. That is, father is after 8 years. Okay, fine. This is after 8 years. Put that one. It is 2.5 times. If it is 2 times, we'll say 2:1. 2.5 times means how to make this one. This is only 2.5 times. 2.5 means what? 2.5. 2.5 means, is it 2 plus half or 2 into half? Right? Small discussion. 2.5 means 2 plus half or 2 minus 2 into half. So some people says 2 into half. No. 2.5 liter milk. 2.5 liter milk means, is it 2 plus half liter or 2 into half? If it is 2 into half, what happens, man? That is 2 into half. What happens? Cancels. Is it 1 liter? No. Right? So it is not into, it is plus. Right? 2 plus 1 liter. Okay. This one you should be very cautious while doing this one. But now this 2.5, this is a mixed, we will call it as a mixed fraction. Just you convert this one into improper fraction. Some fraction, not mixed. That is 2 twos 4 plus 1. That is 5/2. How we got, that is in mixed fractions we have done, or else 2 plus half means LCM 2, 1 twos, 2 here, 1 twos, 2 twos. So it is 4 plus 2 ones, 1 ones. So it is 5. In this way we got this one. This is a short, this is a long cut, that is LCM. This is directly, it's a shortcut, right? 2 twos 4 plus 5. Okay. So instead of 2.5 times, I can say that is 5/2 times. Our job is done. 5/2 times means we know it is 5:2. It is 5:2. Clear? Okay. Now, about the sum. Right. Coming to our discussion now. It is after 8 is there. And After further 8 years, how many times he would be Rohit's age? Okay, times he is asking. First of all, find out the ratio. Here, from present to after 8 years, this is the ratio. Again, I need another extra 8 years after, means it should be 16 years. From present, it is 16 years. From here, it is extra 8 years. Okay, the case is now, difference parts is same. So we have to balance. What are the parts added? We have to add. Okay, right. Our motto is now here. From present after 8 years is the ratio. So again, same after 8 years means definitely equal parts, whichever is there, that equal parts must be added. Equal parts must be added. That's all. Okay. So let us start. Here, let us see some difference. How many parts? 3. Or how many parts? That is, this is the counting parts now. Is it now? So how many parts? It is 1 part. Here also 1 part. Over. So our answer is now just add 1 part to both of them, because 8 years equivalent to how many parts? 1 part. 8 years equivalent to 1 part. Adding another 8 years means, further 8 years means adding how many again? 1 part. So 1 part, 1 part. So it is 6 and this is 3. 6 is to 3. That means how much ratio? Ratio how much it is? So father and son, it is 2 is to 1. Father and son, it is 2 is to 1. But what they asked? Is it 2 is to 1? No. 2 is to 1. That is how many times? So how many times you have to say? Just see, ratio, if fraction is given, if it is 2 by 1 is given, you are making this one like this. If you want again times, reverse that, just you can come to reverse like this, right? So 2 is to 1 means 2 by 1 times, and that means nothing but 2 times. 2 times. Understood? So your answer is what? 2 times. Suppose you get here. Here, say 3 is to 2. Suppose if this one 3 is to 2 you got. How many times you have to say? How many times? Just you put that one like this and say 3 by 2 times. Means 3 by 2 times. 3 by 2 again you make the fraction. That is 1 by 2 times. 1 by 2 times, that is. See how simple this one. Previous 2.5 times. This man, somewhere, 2.5 times. So what? We can do 5 by 2, that is 5 is to 2. We got 5 is to 2, how many times? Again, 7 is to 3. We got finally 7 is to 3. How many times? Right? 7 by 3 times. Huh? Right? So that is how again, how many times it goes? 3 2s. So 2 1 by 3 times final. 2 1 by 3 times final. Clear? Right? Okay. So now let us go the. So your answer is what? 2 times. So that is option A. Coming to the next. Yeah. Now this is a very famous and also very controversial question. Controversial. Why controversial means? This question you have to do now. You have to help me now based on our concepts, what we have learned till now. Give answer, right? I will say why it is controversial. But you try now, right? You see. After trying, just see this, right? Tanya's grandfather was 8 times older to her 16 years ago. 8 times older to her. Right? Okay. Let me complete this. He would be 3 times of her age when 8 years from now. 8 years from now, that means after 8 years. One is 16 years ago. The other one is 8 years from now. Full stop. That is 8 years ago. 8 years ago, not 16 years ago. 8 years ago, what the ratio of Tanya's age? What is it? Is a what was? What was the ratio of Tanya's age to that of her grandfather? This is the question. First, segregate the data. Segregate. How to make this one? First of all, I need the chronological order. Which is past, I will write top. Which is present, I will go. Then future, right? Okay. That will be nice, isn't it? You can do any way, but this is systematic way, right? So 16 years ago first, because 16 years ago, 8 years from now, that is after 8 years, and one is 8 years ago. Fine. Wow. That is little bit. Okay. Let it be 16 years ago. Tanya and grandfather. I will write grandfather first because grandfather is compared to Tanya. Grandfather and Tanya. See, listen carefully. 16 years ago, grandfather was 8 times older to her. This 8 times older to her is 1. He would be 3 times of her age 8 years from now. From now means present. Okay. I will do this one. That is present. I will keep here. Okay. I will keep here present. Suppose this is 2 times 16 years. If I make this one 2 parts, right? I will make this one 2 parts. Why? Because like this, right? 2 parts. So that this is 8 years back. This is 8 years back. This is 16 years back. This is 8 years back. This is present. After 8 years means I will come to just here. Okay. Let it be like this. Plus 8 years. This is minus 8 years. Minus 16 years. Fine. Right. Hold on. This is not that much needed, but little bit. Okay. He would be 3 times of her age 8 years from now. 8 years from now, that is from now, this is, how many times that is? He is 3 times of age. Straight away you can say 3 times of age means what? So directly 3 is to 1, is it not? This is 3 is to 1. Grandfather more, that is, he is 3 times of her age, means 3 is to 1. But before here, you see, before this one, you see this one, this is, my point is now, this one. What is this 8 times older? 8 times elder. Right? But this is the main discussion actually. You see. Suppose A is 2 years older than B. Means what? We don't know about B. Suppose B is at least 16 years. A is how much then? A is how much then? 2 years older means definitely A is 2 years older. Means 16 plus 2, that is 18. A is, now I will make this one. A is, everything is same, A is 2 times older than B. A is 2 times older than B. What do you mean by that one? What do you mean by that one? 2 times their years, the year 2 times. That means if the present age is B, it is given 16 plus 2, you can say. Otherwise, if it is X, you have to say X plus 2. If it is Y, Y plus 2. A 2 times older than B, if it is B is 1 time. Then how much is A? A is how much? Is it 2? No. It is 1 plus 2, that is 3 times. That is A 2 times older than B means he is 3 times. Why? 1 plus 2. Same logic. So, am I clear? Right? See, 2 times older. If I say 3 times older, it will be 4:1. That's what we have discussed earlier. So, now, if it is A is 5 times older, means it will be 6:1. 6:1, right? Same way, now, what is your discussion? That is, this is what is the discussion now? That is, the main problem is 8 times older means what now? 8 times older means what? It is 9:1. Okay, so this is where the 16 years ago information. 16 years ago it is 8 times older means what? It is 9:1. Okay, 9:1. I'll make this one now. It is 9:1. Fine. It is not 8:1. It should be, it must be 9:1. Why I am insisting on this one? Please wait for a minute. Okay. Now, here they gave 8 years ago. From now 8 years ago, what is the ratio that is of Tanya? That means 8 years ago means this one. The question part is now this part. Okay, what are the cases now? Let us start here. Now the case is now simple. 9:1, 3:2. Now we got a problem. That is, we need to find out this one. See, 8 years ago, and another 8 years ago, this one. This is from present, these are 8 years after. How many parts, equal parts are there? 1, 2, 3. So, we need to have 3 equal parts. Okay. From here, we have to increase equally 1, 2, 3. Right? Okay. This is little bit analytical. Let us see. Nothing problem in this. First of all, what we have to do? We have to balance how many years this one. First of all, we are comparing how many years. This is 16 years ago. This one 16 years ago, and this is after 8 years. Means total how much? It is 16 plus 8. That is 24 years. It is 24 years. Whatever it will be, plus or minus, don't bother about it. No? Okay. Now, we have to see whether they are balanced or not. Here it is 2 parts. Here it is 8 parts. 2 parts, 8 parts. I'll make here a little bit 2. Here it is 8. Here I will make this one 9. This is 8 parts. Okay. Now how to make this one? Common factors, remove that one. 2 ones, 2 twos. Just I have 2 ones, 2 fours, 2 fours. I have multiplied this 4 with this ratio. Right? So how much this one? Striking of this one. Right? Strike lightly. That is, let's say 4 3s 12. So instead of this one, I write now. Here itself I write. Okay. This is. Please, what is the one? 4 3s 12 and 4. So it is 12 is to 4. Now it is balanced. See, there are 3 parts. 3 parts. Oh, see, 3 parts. That's what we said. 3 parts. It should be equal. That means each part is 8 years. 1, 2, 3, 8 years. Now sequentially we can add from 9. That is, we can add 9:1 means 8 years ago will be how much? 8 years ago will be 1 part only now. Is it not 1 part? Because here it is 24 years and 24 and this is 3 parts. 3 parts equivalent to how much? 3 parts equivalent to how much? 24 years. This 3 parts equal to 24 years means 1 part equal to how many years? 8 years. 1 part equal to 8 years. But where is our question? The question is, it is 8 years ago. From here, it is one part, it is future, means add. So say that is 9 plus 1 and this is 1 plus 1, that is, this becomes 10 and this becomes 2. 10 is to 2 means what is the ratio? 10 is to 2, that is ratio is 5 is to 5 is to 1. We need 5 is to 1, our answer is 5 is to 1. Right? Little bit fast. It will be easy. I'll explain here. You see, 9 is to 1, 3 parts 24, 1 part is 8. Why we have added 1 part here? Because 1 part 8 years means 8 years adding means adding 1 part. 8 years adding means adding 1 part in the ratio. So here, from 16 years back, I am adding this one. I have come to 16 years ago means definitely this is 8 years difference. Okay? 8 years difference. 8 years means how many parts? 1 part. Okay? For that reason we have added 1. Otherwise, I will come from this way. I will come from this way. 12 is to 4. This is after 8 years. Future 8 years. So let us go like this. 12 is to 4. Each 8 years means how many parts? 1 part. So I will come back to present. 1 part will be removed now. So 1 part is removed. So now your present is how much ratio? 11 is to 3. 1 part removed. Again I have to go another 8 years back. Again 1 part removed and say the reason. And this is over 10 is to 2. 10 is to 2 means what? 5 is to 1. 5 is to 1. This is not eligible, this is eligible question. See, this question was given previously in SSC and one famous book has given this answer, something like 11 is to 53 like this, or 53 is to 11 like that. Why? Because they thought that it is 8 times older than this one, they thought that it is 8 is to 1, they gave 8 is to 1 only. And they have done entire wrong. And people who discuss this one also, they will also make wrong, and everybody is making wrong. Because if king is wrong, their descendants are, people will also go wrong, is it not? In the same way, people have done like this and all the textbooks, and recently they revised that book, even in that book also they didn't edited the answer. They followed the same one, right? And they made the wrong only. But have you made correct or wrong? Just observe this one. 8 times older means what? Ask anybody. If they say it is 8 is to 1, don't discuss with them. If they say 9 is to 1, then you confirm that you are in the right path. Understood? Okay. So this is what I want to discuss. Very importantly, in 2 ratios, 1 data, that is the difference of this one, 1 data is given. This one, ultimate question is this one. Right? Okay. We will go with the next discussion with another concept.